Ladies and gentlemen, we're here at the DIT FinTech competition. It's been the pitching competition this evening at KPMG Hyson Place. I'm here with Paul McSheaffrey, our head of banking at KPMG. Paul, good evening. How are you?
Good, Anson. Good evening.
Good evening. Paul, again, you were here. You were one of the judges. Any views on this FinTech competition this year in 2017?
Yeah, look, I was really impressed by a number of the guys who pitched, and in particular, what I really liked is most of them were pitching to solve practical problems. And I think, you know, from my position, talking to banks, talking to other financial institutions, they've got a lot of problems and they need people who are going to solve practical problems. And I think that's great that I saw a lot of solutions that can help banks with practical problems, which I know banks are facing today.
Right, so it's all about solving those practical problems. Were there any other key takeaways that you heard this evening?
Yeah, I mean, I think the other takeaway I would have is there was a lot of focus on wealth. There's a lot of focus on wealth management, and I think that's quite interesting. And to me, that kind of chimes very much with what Hong Kong wants to be as a financial centre. Hong Kong is well placed to be a wealth management hub. Obviously, Singapore wants to be that for Asia, but Hong Kong wants it as well. Wealth tech, if that's a phrase we're going after, is one of the 5 priorities that the FSDC in Hong Kong have put out. And so it was good that a lot of the solutions were aligned to what the government's trying to do and the priorities that the government has for Hong Kong as a financial centre. So I think the FinTech solutions are aligned to what Hong Kong wants to be as a financial centre.
Right, and are you optimistic looking forward 2018? You know, is Hong Kong really going to be this truly amazing FinTech hub?
Yeah, I do think so. And one of the things that I've seen in the last 6 to 9 months is the regulator in Hong Kong, I think, now gets it, the HKMA in particular, and they're much more proactive in terms of how can we help. The government seems to be much more proactive in terms of what can we do to support new businesses. The R&D super credit tax exemption that's coming through is a great example of that. But the MAs, you know, it's now widened the regulatory sandbox so that it's not just the banks, but the fintechs that can play in the sandbox as well. And that's something that's needed. So I think that I am optimistic because of that.
And Paul, you know, the financial services team at KPMG, you've got some really exciting reports that are about to be launched.
Yeah, that's right. We've got a report coming out. It's a global report, the Global FinTech 100, where we look at what we think are the 100 best fintechs around the world and give our view on those. And in addition to that, because China is really a driving force, we think, in fintech, much more than, to be honest, I think many other areas. We've also going to release at the same time our China FinTech 50. Best 50 fintechs in China, which is not easy to say, but it's definitely easy to read. You know, and that's just really highlighting the great fintechs that are on our doorstep. And I think China, more and more, becoming a source of innovation for the rest of the world, which I think is really positive for Hong Kong, and for China and for KPMG China as well.
Wow, China as a source of innovation, so true. And Paul, this evening we met a lot of those fintech entrepreneurs. What would your words of advice be to those up and coming fintech entrepreneurs?
You know, we did that in the Q&A, and I think the thing I would say is, don't think about the technology you've got. Put yourself in the shoes of the bank CEO, the asset manager CEO, the fund manager, the insurance CEO, and try to get an understanding, spend time with them, understand their problem. And if you understand their problem, then give them the solution to their problem. They want to know, I have a problem, here's the solution. So spend time with them, recruit people who know the market, who know the issues, who know the problems, who can help frame that problem, so that your solution just isn't just a nice bit of tech, it's here's something that's going to make my life easier.
Right, so it's all about making the bank's lives easier in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with Paul McSheaffrey, Head of Banking at KPMG. We're very excited about the future. Stay tuned, check out those future KPMG reports, the Global FinTech 100, China FinTech 50, coming to you very, very soon. Thank you very much.